Hello, we're live. I think. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Okay, I have no idea how the audio is going to be in here because there's like people with microphones, like legit right there. But we're going to try this, and you're going to tell us how we sound.
Reporting live from SuperZoo 2024. It is Isabel, Alvarez, Arata, and
Jessica Fisher.
And we are having so much fun. It's day one of SuperZoo. Thank you guys for joining us on Instagram and on YouTube and Facebook. Comment below. Let us know that you're here. Please let us know if we sound okay. If you can make out our words, it's good enough for us. We are in the pod. That we have named it the pod.
Yes.
SuperZoo put up this cool little podcasting room within the press room, and it is so fun.
It just needs a ceiling, but other than that, like we're good.
Sounds good. Yay! And anybody on Facebook and YouTube, please let us know how the sound is. So,
like, give us some questions. For real. Give us some questions about SuperZoo, about pet products, about my David face.
Okay, let's start with that. So this is all fun and games, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And so we were outside 8:45 this morning. We share room. We did that last year. It's perfect. Salt and pepper here. We are a good team in many ways, and we were here 8:45.
Yes.
We got in, we took some pictures, we came straight to the press room, looked at the press kits. Then we both saw a product that I was like, hey, Jessica, tell me what you think of this product. And her face said it all. And that's why I tease her. If you've been on any of our live podcasts, I tease her that like whenever I'm doing something, and we're here for totally different reasons. Well, a lot of the same reasons and really different reasons. I'm here as press. I cover the show. And then she comes to like, actually, you just did a live with a brand, and we come to connect with people and all that. But she's not looking at all the brands, whereas I'm looking at what's interesting and what's new. She's looking at what's interesting and what's new in her niche, which is pet health, holistic pet health. And so I'll just grab stuff that I see and I'll ask her, so what do you think? And she just puts on this face. And then sometimes last year I was interviewing people, and like when they said something, I could feel the energy around me changing from approval to disapproval. And it was because I know like what she finds acceptable is different than what a lot of people find acceptable. And that's why if you are on like a healthy pet wellness journey, you need to be following Jessica. She will lead you in that direction. If you want to know what's cool and fun and yay, then definitely follow me, because I just want to recover it all. And you know, our expectations of products are different, so it's fun to get both sides.
You do find some really cool stuff.
I do, and honestly, I like to cover stories more than products. So for me, it's more about the brand story, what they're bringing and why it's important. You saw us with Jackson and you didn't introduce yourself, Cowboy Cat Wrangler. I've always wanted to meet you in person.
I know. Are you here at SuperZoo, or are you just seeing her picture with Jackson?
Oh, okay, got it. So yes, we also saw a bunch of friends. So we obviously know a bunch of people here. This is my third year.
It is my third year.
Perfect. So we met at the first SuperZoo, and then we started rooming together the following year. I did some interviews. I've shared a few things. Follow us on our stories so that you can kind of get, info on what's cool, what's not, like what we're up to during the show. After the show is also fun. So I also want to shout out to Sudical. This is Bella. What they're doing is they are putting these little dogs around the show, and if you find one and you bring it back to the booth, they give you $25 to gamble. You want to gamble with me today?
Gamble.
Let's go put $25 in a slot, because I'm not big on gambling, but if they give me free gambling money, I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
And then now she's mine, and if you see her in all of my pictures, it's because if I tag her a lot, I could win a $500 trip with like gift cards, where they give you gift cards toward a trip of your choice. So shout out to Bella's friends at Sudical. And by the way, their products are made so that they are used in place of the Elizabethan collar, the e-collar, the cone of shame is what we call it colloquially. And so they have really good products. So shout out to them. And what else? What can I say? We've just all been doing fun things.
Yeah.
She's been disapproving. I've been meeting and
Bella. What's Bella? Oh, Bella.
Bella.
Yes, I am very disapproving. What can I give my German Shepherd for itchy skin?
Well, why don't you tell us about the live you just did,
Yeah.
which would be a really great place to start.
Yeah. So I just did a live with Innovative Pet Lab.
Hi there,
Love
Innovative
them.
Pet Lab. They're so nice. Nice to meet you guys today.
Jamie and Katie are here with Innovative Pet Lab, and it depends is the answer. It depends on why your dog has itchy skin. So is it just seasonal allergies, or are we looking at leaky gut, or are we looking at heavy metal toxicity? Because heavy metal toxicity can look a lot like leaky gut. And fortunately, the protocols are pretty similar for those two things. But overall, like, regardless of what it is, we absolutely want to get on a fresh food diet. We want to rotate brands, proteins, whether you're making it yourself. We also want to reduce everything that is causing inflammation in the body. And that can be hard to identify, everything, but we know for a fact that kibble is inflammatory. We know for a fact that any topical flea, tick, not meds are going to cause problems in the body. We know for a fact that over vaccinating is going to be causing problems in the body. We know for a fact that even if it is environmental allergies, switching to a fresh food diet is absolutely the way to go. We can supplement with things like quercetin and bromelain. Nettles are really great as long as your dog isn't sensitive to them, which happens. But yeah, it really depends on why. That's what people need to be asking to get to the answer of what do we do. And that's the thing that we don't think to ask is why. So if anytime, I don't care what's going on, if you're going to the vet, if you're dealing, it doesn't matter. If you're asking for a recommendation and somebody is recommending something to you, the first question is always why. And then if you're at your vet and your vet is saying this is what's going on and this is what we need to do, the first question is why, and how is that treating the underlying cause?
So Innovative Pet Labs is where I would personally start. I just met them. I love their product. It's under $300 for the comprehensive kit that tests your dog's stool, and it's 6 markers that they're testing for with the dog kit, and for the cat kit, it's 4 markers, and it's $249, and they send you a little container where you can pick up the poop either out of the litter box or from the grass, whatever. They will take the sample from the inside of the sample that you sent so that you can get some information. And with that information, then you know what to do. Because if a lot of times you go to a conventional vet and your dog has itchy skin and you'll just get Apoquel or something like that, and you're really just masking the symptoms. You don't know why it's happening. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle where you may just be upsetting the gut even further with the medication that you're giving. So definitely check out the live that Jessica just did. I have a little interview with Katie that I just took that I'll share as well. But yeah, knowing where these things come from is so important. And then of course, like, the market is flooded with things that you can take once you know what it is. So like I did an interview with Allie from Pet Honesty today. They have a great line of multivitamins and things like that. I thought they had a really comprehensive approach to inside and outside health. It was really good, but like you're not just going to go and like randomly choose some supplement without knowing what the cause is, because you may be just wasting your money. So I think having something like that at your disposal is just such a blessing. And I love that they're here. Innovative Pet Lab won the pitch, contest last year. So they were the standout in the pitch competition, and now they're here in Emerging Brands. So this year I am actually going to take a different approach than I have in the past. I've always started with Emerging Brands. This year I'm actually doing a lot of very specific interviews. I have interviews like every hour, and it's mostly for things that I think as a pet parent are problems that can be solved, safety related to travel and homewares that I think are helpful in managing pet messes, or just crates that are safe to travel in or that look good at home, things like that. I'm looking at pet strollers, which Van Gogh may want a stroller, so I'm in the market for that for my cat. And so I figured, let me look at what's new and trending at the show. Multivitamins for pets, for those who cannot feed fresh for whatever reason. I'm looking at a few brands to see like what they are bringing, how evidence-based their product is, how helpful it is for those of us that feed kibble, things like that actually affects me as a pet parent. I assume that it affects a lot of people as pet parents. So those are the things that I'm doing. I'm not even gonna go to the new pet product showcase. I'm not even gonna go there.
It was lackluster.
I know that like brands I know are there and that are on my radar are there. So those that I want to identify and meet with, I already know they're already on my schedule. And then in emerging brands, I did just interview Lumi, who is a creator of a harness that actually has like a light at the dog's sight line for his dog that had, visual issues in the evening and during like early morning hours. And I thought it was a great product. So I'll share a little snippet from our interview there later. But again, it's like the emerging brands was always like where I spent most of my time. I just want to switch it up and I want to be more strategic and more intentional for just products that I think are standouts. Because I mean, if you were just to kind of walk around the show, if you've never been to one of these shows, it's overwhelming. I mean, there are so many brands, thousands upon thousands of individual products. Like each brand may have like 30 products that they're showcasing. So think about that. So we really like, before we were kind of flying by the seat of our pants, but this year we're doing it a little more strategically. So I'm excited. I did get to meet Jackson Galaxy, whom I am such a fan of. And I shared the picture and I'm like smiling from ear to ear. And it's because I have such respect for him. It's always fun to see a guy talking about his love of pets. I mean, man's best friend, dogs and man have always been like the cliche, especially in the US, right? But like cats are such amazing pets. And so many guys will say like, I hate cats. Cats suck. I'm a dog guy. And I think Jackson Galaxy did a good job of making cat ownership for men more like accessible, just because it's cooler and like more socially accepted. I think it's more socially acceptable to be like a crazy cat lady than it is to be a crazy cat guy, right? But so many people, Jackson Galaxy, Sterling, Trap King, Nathan, the cat lady, they've all done such a good job of making cat ownership for men like still cool. Like you're not a crazy cat lady if you're a dude.
There's a new one. There's a new one that I started following on TikTok.
Oh, and the cowboy cat wrangler, you too. You're awesome.
There's a new one on TikTok that I follow. It's the account. So he has his own account, Curtis Tutrell, I think. But anyway, he started an account for one of his cats. It's called Fiona Unbothered because this cat just does not care about literally anything. He like raps to the cat. And she will not pay any attention to him. And then every once in a while, he'll like hit on a song that she's like, I love it so much.
I need to know if she likes reggaeton. I need to ask if she likes Latin music. I need to know. I need her to be my soulmate cat that likes reggaeton. Levi Guy 57, you're a dog guy currently fostering 2 cats.
Yay!
Yes, there's so many cats that need homes. Let's make cat ownership accessible to men. Single guys, we think you're amazing if you have a cat. We won't judge you on the apps, I promise. Well, we're both married, so we're not on the apps. But if we were, we wouldn't judge you. Sorry. So it's really fun. The press room's awesome. They added this pod, which we've nicknamed the pod. I think it should stick. I think it should be like its new name. It's the branding. It's the pod. And it's been great. I don't know how many people are using it, but basically they've given us the opportunity to schedule 30-minute increments. So we have about 15 minutes left to chat. Tomorrow, Katherine Heigl is here. But Katherine Heigl had like an appearance that I didn't know about today. And then tomorrow she's here at 11:30. She's representing her own brand. Badlands Ranch. I keep forgetting the name. My apologies. I promise to get it later. I'm actually interviewing their integrative doctor at 3:30 today. There's an integrative veterinarian on the staff of Badlands Ranch. And I'm interviewing her because she's also working with Chewy now to bring more integrative care to the mainstream. So I'm excited to talk to her. And we have some happy hours today. Yay. And so I'm going to do happy hour today at Scouts Honor, who I met Jenny and Shannon at the pool yesterday. So shout out to Jenny and Shannon. Nice chatting with you over a mojito.
I actually like Scouts Honor. Just
okay, awesome.
throw that in there in case anybody cares. Like, my list is short. I like Scouts Honor.
An endorsement from Jessica means a lot, guys. A lot. So I met them at the pool. They're having a happy hour both days, starting at 3, I think they said. There are happy hours tomorrow at Springer Pets, which they make the coolest travel bottle for pets. I met them at the first SuperZoo. You squeeze it. It's got like a bowl at the top. You squeeze the plastic. It's like a silicone plastic bottle, and it kind of holds the water. And then once you squeeze it again, the water comes back down. So when you're traveling or hiking, it's like really easy to not waste the water, even though yes, you're reusing it, but it's the same pets reusing it, and you wouldn't like keep it overnight. So it's not like something that's going to upset their stomach, and like it's their own, bacteria for like a few hours. So I love it for hiking and travel. I actually use it at hotels as a water bowl for my cat because I just leave it squeezed and the water just sits there. And it's not until you squeeze it again that it goes away. So they're having a happy hour celebrating an anniversary. I think they've been in business for like 5 years now. And
cool.
There's another few things. I met Chris from Yao today. They are known for their amazing catnip. Yes. And they have the cutest catnip toys that actually look like a cat would like them. We talked about ways to use those toys and how to entice your cat. So I'll share that clip as well. And then I don't know. And then we have dinner plans, and maybe we'll go get a drink after dinner. We both have separate dinner plans. Yes. We're going to, you know what I was thinking we should do? I think we should go, if you're up for it, to New York, to the Dueling Pianos and have a drink there. Because it's just like a fun, I love New York. We're staying at the Mandalay Bay, but New York is like so lively, and like the Dueling Pianos is just like a fun thing to do, which is very New York, right? And in El Paso, we had a Dueling Pianos bar, but it closed. So Levi Guy, one cat likes all food treats while the other one is selective. Ooh, that's cats for you.
Yeah, it's cats for you. But you know, and I don't know how young they are, the younger you start them on different foods.
Dr. Z.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, the younger you start them on different foods, the like easier it is throughout their lifetime too. Because once cats get a taste for what they like, you gotta move heaven and earth.
They got a type. Dr. Z, are you in Vegas? Are you here this year? We'd love to see you. Hopefully we'll run into you. Let us know. Dr. Z is hilarious. I'm sure a lot of you follow him. I'm going to say his full name.
Oh, I think it's below.
Oh, Dr. Zonramilao. Zonramilao.
I don't know. Sorry. I know I butchered that.
So I call him Dr. Z because I don't like to butcher it, which I just did on a live. But yes, we love to see you, Dr. Z. Thanks for all the fun and informative posts, because I never thought I would be watching surgeries on Instagram, but I am, thanks to you. So Friday.
We need to talk, by the way.
Oh yeah, you need to be on her show, and mine too.
You need to talk.
So also the show, just FYI, goes 2.5 days. So all day today, all day tomorrow. Tomorrow night, SuperZoo puts on a beach party at the Mandalay Bay, like beach area, which, I mean, if you're not familiar with Mandalay Bay, they have it's not bathing. I don't think people go swimming.
I don't think so.
But the area has like a lazy river, a wave pool, like it's multiple bars. It's like a really cool place. And they take over and have a huge party there, which is super cool, on Thursday nights always. And then Friday it goes to 3, but really people stop coming at like noon unless they're shopping.
Yeah.
I like to shop on the last day, mostly from 4 Cats and Dogs. I love you guys. I cannot wait for you guys to start distributing in the US. And I love to just find little things that I, notice during the show and get some and take them to my pets. A lot of people have to, ship all their samples back.
Yeah.
So they rather sell them or give them away or something at the show. You get a lot of deals. Another shout out to Chill Pet, whom I met today. They've been coming for 4 years, but I'd never seen them before. So I was walking past them and it was something about happy hour for your pet or for your dog. And I loved it because, you know, Boozy show for pet lovers, it's Vegas. And I went and met with them and they're so cool. They have CBD products made in the US, third-party tested, all that good stuff. Really nice people. And then I met the groom room, the groomer, fellow Latina who is already, she uses those products. So they were just like chatting and I got to get like a snippet of what they're about and a testimonial all at the same time. So shout out to the groom room and shout out to Chill Pet. So these are the kinds of things that happen. I saw my friends from Spina Organics while I was walking around. Who else have we seen? I have not seen the Two Crazy Cat Ladies yet. I know that they're at the Green Juju booth today. I saw Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay, for letting me meet Jackson Galaxy. You're the best. Who else have we seen?
Oh my god, I saw the Two Crazy Cat Ladies last night.
Oh yeah, you went out with them. I did a solo night that I do all the time. I did the pool. I did the spa.
Do you know what Happy Dings is?
Happy Dings.
I don't know who.
I don't think I've met Happy Dings yet. I do have an appointment with Diggs for their super secure crates. I want to learn more about them. So that's tomorrow. And a few other brands that I have, you know, that I'll share about as I go. I don't want to give it all away.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Diggs.
Yeah, Diggs.
They're on my list.
Yeah, Diggs. She approves. We need a stamp that says Jessica approved.
Happy Dingoes?
Happy Dingoes.
I still don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I'll look it up.
Yeah, let us.
You're on my phone right now, or I'd look it up.
Yeah. We will check them out. We saw our friends from Green Line Pet Supply. If you don't know about Green Line Pet Supply, Jennifer Blaze is known as the poop bag girl, and she makes the only truly biodegradable poop bag that biodegrades in landfills. So in landfills, unless you get sunlight, a lot of these brands won't biodegrade. But in hers, there's an additive that is environmentally friendly that actually allows them to biodegrade without light. And in most landfills, they're just throwing stuff over, you know, so there's no light coming in to where you need it to biodegrade. So I saw them. Sam's there from Bears Bites. She's representing Green Line Pet Supply this week, but she is the owner of Bears Bites, whom I adore, and more so than me, Van Gogh, my cat, adores. And obviously Kira, she's a dog, she loves it all. But Van Gogh will do anything for those treats. They are freeze-dried and how else? Freeze-dried and
does she dehydrate?
Dehydrate. She has amazing stuff. So check her out. But she's here representing Green Line Pet Supply, whom you should also check out. If you feel like we should check anybody else out that we haven't mentioned, please message us, DM us. I saw Jess Berger from Bundle and Joy. She was on a stage somewhere. I'm not sure what they were doing. It was like in the emerging brand stage. They were talking to retailers, I think. So a lot of SuperZoo is obviously the exhibits, but there's also education. So some retailers were sitting there asking questions about, you know, how to develop their clientele, and Jess Berger was there. So Jess, I sent you some photos that I took of you. It was good to see you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's so much ahead of us.
Yeah, this is day one and it's 3:00 local time. So the show ends at 5 and then dinner and all that stuff.
Oh, well, Amanda Wilborn of Nautical Dog is getting ready to get her award for coolest pet store in America. Yay.
I am so excited to meet her. I write for a client. Shout out to Hearts at Home Pet Sitting in Yorktown, Virginia. And I always try to, you know, promote like local stuff. And Nautical Dog has so much amazing, first of all, products, but they also have like a cat cafe. They do all these events that we just talked about, one of them. Yes. So I'm so excited to meet you, Amanda. I can't wait to see you get your award. I don't even know you, and I know that award is super well deserved.
Oh my gosh, she has the coolest store ever. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm really excited for her to get this award. So that's like literally where we're headed right after this.
Is that an award given by SuperZoo?
I assume WPA.
Oh, WPA. Right? Okay, so SuperZoo is put on by WPA, which stands for World Product Association. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's World Product Association, so WPA.
Her store is the Nautical Dog in Williamsburg, Virginia. Definitely go check it out. It is so cute. She does so many like themed displays and including like huge like Taylor Swift display. Like
she's so fun. Like she just is fun. You can see that she really enjoys this. Absolutely. And she's like so good at marketing it. You can't wait to go to next year. You're coming to SuperZoo. I would not miss it. I joke that it's the best week of my year. And yes, I have children and a husband, and I don't care. It's still the best week of my year.
It is so fun to get to catch up with people that you just never get to see. And I mean, you know, we get to see some people because we do what we do, but like a lot of people, retailers, like you just don't get to see and hang out with your friends. And these are like, to me, these are some of the best friends that I really like. No,
I love it.
I know.
She's my best. She's my bestie. Yeah, it's so fun. Oh, by Links the Cat, let us know so we can meet you in person next year. You're partnered with companies and you would love to meet in person. Yes, exactly. That's what you do here. You meet people. The first year I remember coming by myself. The only people I knew were going to be here were the two crazy cat ladies, and they don't really do the show floor very much. So like, I just came and, you know, introduced myself to all the people that I just like met. And I've been in the pet industry since 2008. So like, I know people, but none of them are retailers or manufacturers, right? So it was like kind of like cold calling everybody and being like, hi, I'm Isabel. And then I met you that first year at the Two Crazy Cat Ladies party. And then I met so many people, and now we're all in touch. And last year was like less nerve-wracking. And then this year is the least nerve-wracking because, you know, you kind of every year you get to know more people. And now I know people from the SuperZoo organization who have been amazing also. So shout out to all the organizers from SuperZoo, like Rachel and Julie and Sarah, who are manning the press room right now. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. So Brianna Maureen is opening a store. So she'll be here next year. Woo-hoo. Yes. So excited for you. That's amazing.
It's funny though, but as retailers, you're actually doing a lot of work.
A lot of work. Yeah.
So just brace yourself and wear the right shoes.
Oh, for sure. Oh my gosh.
I made the mistake the first year of wearing like wedges, like that were actually wedges. Don't do that. Oh. You need something super. Oh, and Jessica, I'm one of your new students. Oh my gosh, how cool! That's amazing.
I guess that's not your last name. Like, I guess that's your middle name on here. Maybe I don't.
You're her mentor, and you just met. How fun! Yeah, if you guys don't know, Jessica is a mentor with Dr. Ruth. Tell us about that before we wrap up.
Yeah. Well, so there's no gap. Like, there's a big gap. There's no bridge between pet parents and veterinarians, and we talked about it so many times between just the disconnect of information from veterinarians to pet parents, but also fewer and fewer veterinarians. They're retiring. We're not getting as many. Like, there's so many reasons why we need a bridge between that. And so this is the first course of its kind for certifying pet health coaches. And
Dr. Ruth Roberts is live from SuperZoo. I just heard. So after we wrap up, go follow Dr. Ruth Roberts.
And so that's probably Delora, but so it's creating a space very much like, you know, if as a human you go see a holistic health coach, right, to help with food and nutrition.
Nutritionist, like a certified nutrition expert that is not an MD.
Yeah, so for sure. And this particular course is not a nutrition certification, but it does have a good basis in food to help. And there's just so much that needs to be in between the pet parent and the veterinarian. And our veterinarians are amazing and wonderful, and we need them and all the things. we need something else.
And they don't have the time right now, like really,
Oh
when it comes to veterinarians, like unless it's an emergency or something really serious, or like preventative care that's going to prevent an emergency, you really need to like find somebody else to go and support you, because it's going to be hard to even find an appointment unless it's something like an annual visit, a dental, or an emergency, or like you found a lump or something like that. Like if you're just like, I'd like a veterinary appointment to discuss my dog's food, they're going to be like, 2 months from now. So yeah, it's important to have somebody.
The reality is you need a team, right? And you are the head of that team. That's the first thing that we have to understand, is that you are the head of the team, and that it's your responsibility to create that team. And right now there is a huge gap, because you have your veterinarian. Some people have multiple veterinarians, right? You may have a groomer, you have a pet sitter, you have whoever you buy your pet food from. There are so many people on your team, but there is a huge gap. There's a huge gap there. And, we try to put information like this out.
That's why we're
social
here.
Media, right? To help people, first of all, understand that there's a huge gap and that there are other things we can do. But the reality is it's individualized and what actually needs to happen. And so a lot of people really need that one-on-one help and support. So it is very, very interesting, very needed. I'm happy to be part of it for that reason, because it's a huge shift. It is a huge shift that we're asking people to make, but it is so necessary and beneficial. So beneficial. Once you go down this path, you're not going back.
Yeah, and like you said, Lynx the cat says they wish, I don't know.
Yeah.
Lynx is not speaking.
Right.
Their pet parent is speaking. Wish that knew a vet who is more understanding about raw feeding. Yes, and until vets really like get more training and more education on raw feeding and the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, it's experts like Jessica and the people that she networks with that you really should be following. So we can't speak any longer because our time is up, but thank you guys for joining us. Keep looking at our stories. Check us out. Follow both of us if you don't already. And we will hopefully see you again soon. We wanted to do this live, and then the pod made it possible. So thank you again to SuperZoo, WPA, for making the pod possible. And you guys, that's it.
Yeah. Thank
Vegas,
you.
baby.
Woo woo. All right. See you.
Bye.